Hi guys, it's Dandelion. Before we get to this video, I just wanted to I might have done an intro like this inside of it, but you might be asking yourself, why is she talking about C3PO? Here we are, you know, the days are ticking down to some things that we're kind of unsure about, and we're all wondering more things are more on topic. Well, I think there are some gems in here, and there is something having to do with the Pope talking at the Capitol. On this certain, I think it's the 24th, he's going to be there. But what I wanted to just say is there is a reason to watch this. It is a little lighthearted. But one thing I think I left out of this video that I would like to maybe do is think about C3PO's favorite quote throughout everything. And his quote is, "We're doomed." And I didn't go over that in this video, but and I did do it at some time. It's in my notes and it's not ringing a bell right now, but I'll go back and see if that's worth bringing to you, because I think it's pretty funny. All right, on with the show. Hey guys, it's Dandelion Song. I think I'm ready for this C3PO decode. I think you're going to like it. I think C3PO represents the 22 level of the human being. Now, I've told you about the 22. If you think of it in temperature, to the 33rd degree, okay? This is quite frozen, very cold, and this is the first degree of thawing, besides being the 33rd vertebrae, heading up towards the pineal gland, almost like a thermometer, okay? So it is about awakened pineal gland activity as well, and that is your inner truth. Do not put the Bible or anything else over your inner truth. Just did a rant on that recently. Well, I think that C3PO, he's a golden robot man who is very pessimistic, and he's full of self-pity. And it's funny because he has his kind of like his English accent. So it's funny because, you know, you could say that's racist, except for nobody ever says that about the English. You know, if they did that on another nation of people, they would say that's racist. Well, yeah, so that's a generalization, but he's saying this character, it's really hilarious actually, and he's lovable, he's pessimistic, he's not useless though. He comes through in a scrape, all right? He helps R2-D2, okay? Well, so here's what I want to show you. So C3, this is code for look at the 3. But not only that, it's for look with the eyes of the 33rd degree. And if you go to my video about the two eyes in Washington, D.C., you will see that the owl in Washington, D.C. is facing the other way, but his eye is his tummy is an eye. And it's also the legs of the owl goes out this way, and it has a little fluff on it. It's funny, they even put like the feathers over there. But anyway, this is a 33rd degree angle, and this is from the inner to the inner. And I measured that with my children's plastic measuring thing on the screen. So, but I think, you know, I was slow and careful. I think it really is a 33rd degree angle. And plus, what other angle would they put there? Well, anyway, back here at the back of the eye is the Capitol building. And this basically tells you that they are blocking your vision with government. It's right there on the back of the eye. But anyway, this is where the Pope's going to speak on I believe the 24th. And so he's going to be speaking out along this 33rd degree view of the eye. He's basically going to be in the eye. I mean, just look at the irony here. Just look at the symbolism. The Pope will be in the eye, speaking to the American people. I mean, fiction isn't crazier than this. And he's going to be speaking along the 269th, I'm sorry about my handwriting, 269th meridian. I mean, not meridian, but the heading is 269 going that way. That's the same heading that ISIS is sitting on. It's the same line precisely, goes right to the Washington Monument. Well, 9/26 is the day, I believe, that he's leaving for Philadelphia. But it's also 9/26 is let me just write the date here. If you look that up, it is the 269th day of the year. All right, so when they talk about C3PO seeing the 33rd, I had to bring that in for you because this is gonna happen in September, and I just wanted you to be one of the very tiny, minute amount of people who's going to understand this. So C3PO, he's a gold man. Gold, he's covered in gold. Gold is AU, and that is a 1 and a 21, which adds to a 22. I wrote the word Ham here because Ham is an important word, as in Abraham and the Hamites. The Hamites were the fallen ones who landed on Mount Hermon and decided to mingle. According to the Pleiadian story with Simjaza, they decided to mingle there with the daughters of men, and that's where the UN building is. The UN building adds 21, 14, adds to it adds to 35, which is the eye. And then their logo, you know, is a little, you could see this as eye-shaped, right? It's the flat earth map. Because there's a special scientific name for the flat earth map, and all of the elites use the scientific name, and then they make fun of everybody else who says that we don't live on a globe, while they have that for their logo. And they made their headquarters on the Hamite mountain. All right, well, anyway, Ham itself adds up to 22. Abraham was chosen to be the progenitor of the 12 tribes of Israel. Not saying that the 12 tribes of Israel are bad, you guys. I'm just saying that he was chosen because of his loyalty to the Anunnaki god. Okay, that's why he was chosen. And Ham means, if you go back in the etymology, it means both a pig and a human hindquarters. It means an edible slave. So somebody that works, and then you can eat them later. Very interesting. You remember how giants used to eat humans? Fee, fi, fo, fum. I keep having that, you know, come up in my mind. Decode fee, fi, fo, fum. Decode the Grimm's fairy tales. I'm like, okay, give me 7 more brains and I will decode everything as fast as I can. So, anyway. Giants eat people. Ham. Buckingham Palace. Bucca means mouth of the goblin. You guys. All right. Okay, well, anyway, back to the 22. So not only does Ham equal 22, but car equals 22. And I wanted to bring this to our little robot friend, Mr. C3PO, because he is a robot, and he is, I would call that like a zombie. He's somebody who, he just reacts according to his program. He doesn't really do anything creative. He somehow bumbles along in a way that serves the good, it seems. He doesn't seem to serve the bad. But he bumbles. He doesn't do anything authentically creative using his own will and his own intent. So he's a zombie. This is the same as a car. A car does what it's told according to its programming. And a car equals 22. So this goes back to my video about the parasitic nature of people who are controlled by parasites. That you are a vehicle for your parasite. Please see my Lupercalia parasite video. And I am going to try to make one of those for mainstream people. We might have to rely on the Nasir Raw video for now. Please share that because I just have a lot of videos to make. And I have to kind of obey the urgency of the different concepts that are coming up for the most important things. Okay, so a car, you will agree. Let me draw a car. If you don't have a parasite inside a car, it doesn't do anything. It just stays still because that's what its programming is. If you put a human in here, the human is symbolically a parasite, and he's driving the behavior of the car. The car is serving him. This means that the car is a 22, and the human is the program. Is the programmer. Well, if the human, let's draw a human. It's too early for me to do good drawings, you guys. Let's put a smile on his face. Oh, I know what. Let's put a Bible in his hand. with a V for the Vatican. I love you guys. I don't mean to be disrespectful. It's driving me crazy, though, to see beautiful people misled by the Vatican. All right, so this guy has dogs, and he lives in the city, and you know, he has worms. Everybody has, if you study this, everybody has between 5 to 8 pounds of worms in your gut. These are parasites. These worms have hive mind. They are active in the 4th dimensional field of thought. That is so wild that they're probably just banking on that you're not going to believe me. But you have to get rid of your worms yourself to understand how your thoughts are freed. These worms, not only do they kick out parasites, parasites, toxins, they pollute your system, but they feed you thoughts. They are steering you from within. If you watch the Nasir Ra video on parasites, you will see how they control your behavior, just like you are a car. Just like you are a car and they are the programmer. Just like C3PO is a car. He's gold. So his name doesn't add up to 22, or I didn't actually do it yet. Maybe it does. Let's see, this is 31. Plus 6 is 37, that's a 10. That's Ra. 37 is the 12th prime. The 12 is always in there. Here the 12 is in here because it says C3, and three is the digital root of 12, which shows you the golden rule. Do you see how these, if you can become fluent and flexible with all of this symbolism, when you see one of these words in a movie, you're just going to have like a brainstorm, like, give me some pen and some paper, and you're going to understand exactly what the movie is really telling you. So I hope to help you with that. So this is why it says C3, but it's also the 33rd degree angle at the same time, right? C3, okay? Well, anyway, this is 31, which is the number of the dome, because that reduces to a 4, and the 4 is the letter D. And if you kick the D backwards, you have the dome. This is why we have domes on all of our government buildings. That's not just a pretty thing up there, you guys. There's more meaning to it. Well, anyway, if we take these, the P, and we find the Pythagorean root right away, that's a 7, and the O is a 6. I drew a little hieroglyph here to show you that they could have made these words a different way, but they chose the P for a reason, and I think it's the lowercase phi, because if it spins, it's a lowercase phi, and then this is the uppercase phi. And then I didn't write the dome on there. I didn't do the whole hieroglyph. Okay, so everyone gets the idea now of the role that C3PO plays as the zombie, and the whole code about him. But what I want to point out to you is that everyone has a piece to the puzzle. So this is why you can't judge anybody, even if you think, you know, they're teaching wrong or they understand something differently than you. You need to understand that creation is really amazing, and everybody has a piece to the puzzle. And even in their blindness, I bet you there's a 41 in here somewhere. Oh, I see it. Wait. Even in their blindness, because blind equals 41. So C3PO is blind, of course. He does not. He's bumbling along, and there's going to be a blind in here. It is the... Oh, I know. The whole thing adds up to 37. See, that's the 12th prime, brings in the golden rule, but 37 is the 10. So the wholeness comes back and adds, you know, the wholeness would add, I guess it would add to both sides of this. So you would have a 10 plus this would be a 16, which would be a P, and the 10 plus this would be a 41. I don't know, probably maybe there's not a blind in there, but he is a blind character. But I just want to tell you that even blind characters end up playing a role, a piece to the puzzle for good. Good is unstoppable. Love is unstoppable. And even the dark actually play a role for the good. Right now, the dark are putting so much pressure on humanity that they are squeezing the good up to the top in the rest of humanity, just by the pressure, just by how scary they are. They're waking people up, getting them off their couch, setting down the Cheetos, and people are saying, holy heck, what the heck is going on? Well, that's the pressure of the dark. And they are actually unwittingly working for good. So I just kind of want to reassure you. I want to reassure you that love is unstoppable. And I love you guys. Hope you like my video. I hope this one made more sense. You know, I just get on a flow here, and I know that sometimes it's hard to understand someone else's flow. There's some dear people which I wish I understood their flow a little better too, and I know that the flow contains a valuable message. So anyway, love you guys. Hope you're having a good day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.